Alright, hello, I'm back. Ready to start episode 2. Okay. Ready for more freaky monsters. Okay, I already saved. Sure. Let's see a recap. Okay, so it was a funeral. My cousin, who I want so bad. Alright, the studio... Okay, you guys are a fucking coward. This is like horror. Maybe even like kind of southern gothic, right? It was like Appalachian. We're in the Appalachian area, mountains. How are you not gonna have any fucking incest? Alright. That's right, I heard the piano playing, but I could not find the source. There was like a pile of shit in the way. Then I tagged along with Stella. We went cryptid hunting. Old Man Duke got a face full of bullets. Fucked up deer. Those little freaks attacking us. Ugh. His tongue looks like, you know Cell from Dragon Ball Z? Like, before he absorbed the androids. Well, actually, his tail, the end of his tail always looked... Okay, anyway, Cell, you know the end of his tail when he would, like, suck people's juices dry? It looked like that. That's, like, Cell's little stinger. Oh, shit. Are they going to show his face? No, they didn't show him. Wayne. Welcome home. Uh-huh. And then I went Mimi's. My cousin did not tuck me in, even though I asked very nicely. Tuesday morning awaits. Wake up. You open your eyes. The sun has risen. The birds are singing. You are still alive, and for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window and the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety, wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember Duke, slumped against a tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. You're not sure if you'll ever feel okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. Note: you can refresh yourself on the events of previous days by using the journal icon in the quick menu. Oh, I did want to check on the possum. I love that that's an option. Drawer bread. Lock Tomb reference. Wait, when did this game come out? Did it come out after Gideon the Ninth? I'll have to look that up. You open the drawers to check in on the little possum you met yesterday. Oh good, he's still here. That's nice. Pat the little mans. I'll give him a pat. You reach in to pat the little mans. He immediately plays dead. You leave him to his theatrics and close the drawer. Poke around the closet. That's where the creepy doll was. Wait, let's see if the doll's still in there. Yeah, there she is. Great, the doll didn't move during the night. Maybe it isn't haunted after all. Though after everything you went through yesterday, that's hardly a consolation. You turn back to the rest of the room. Alright, let's look out the window. You creep towards the window, careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. For a second, you thought you saw movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it was, it's gone now. Wait, was there actually something? I didn't see any movement. I was reading the text. Maybe there was something and I missed it. Leave the window. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you've finished waking up. Get dressed and head down to the kitchen. Time to start your day. Oh, Tabitha. You're back in the kitchen. Frou Frou eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Hello, Frou Frou. Excuse me, ma'am, but may I pet your beautiful fur? Part of you hopes that flattery might win her over, as silly as that may seem. You are, after all, talking to a cat. Frou Frou merely flicks her tail faster. It doesn't look promising. Hey. Hi, Tabitha. You sure took your time getting up. Hey, cuz. I watched Amanda. I was ready to leave. I had a really rough night. Can you cut me some slack? I'll just say, hey, cuz. Hey, cuz. How are you doing? How am I doing? I'm half an hour late for work is how I'm doing. I wanted to make sure I relayed this message in person, in case you decided to ignore my texts again. I don't want any repeats of last night. From now on, no running around in the woods after dark. It's dangerous out there. Okay. You could fall down a cliff, you could get stuck in a hidden cave somewhere, you could get lost in the woods and never be found. Just because nothing happens here doesn't mean it's safe. And just because Stella spends a lot of time in the woods, it doesn't mean she'll keep you out of trouble. Damn, she's laying down some rules. I want you home by sunset from here on out. Can we hang out? Can I hang out with you today? I don't want to be by myself. At the mines? No. Wait, aren't you the boss? How can you be late to work if you own the mines? Just because I own the mines, it doesn't mean that I don't have responsibilities. If I'm late, or if I don't show up, then things aren't done right. Wants me home by sunset. Doesn't like being late. She's a control freak. Yeah, she can control me a little. I don't mind. What is up with you and Stella? Stella mentioned they were in that play together. I wonder if they had a one of those intense female friendships you have in high school. You know what I'm talking about. I had one of those. Dude, that no, I don't need to rant about that. We just have a history, that's all. I don't need to explain myself to you. I'm sorry about last night. I had no idea what was going to happen, and I didn't think I'd worry you like that. Oh, that smile. Good. Glad we're on the same page. Oh, she looks like that one meme image of the old white guy with white hair, and he's smiling and he looks like he's in so much pain. That's what she looks like. I'm late enough as it is. I'm going to work, and I expect to see I expect to see you here at sunset. Yes, ma'am. Ooh, maybe I'll break the rule and she'll have to spank me. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Aww. I love her. Your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in the characteristic creak then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Oh, my Pookie. Once again, you are the only human in the estate. Time to start your day. Okay, let's investigate the garden this time. As your eyes wander to the garden door, you shudder, remembering the brief glimpse of something you saw from your upstairs window. Oh, fuck, maybe I shouldn't be out here. Oh, what if it's one of those little white freaks from the forest? It was probably just a raccoon, but the uncertainty of what you saw gnaws at you and compels you to investigate, if only to prove that it was nothing. At the very least, you don't see anything now. Oh my god. Part of me wants to, but part of me is also like, fuck that. Let me save it real quick. Just in case. Alright, let's investigate. You wander farther into the garden, trying to pinpoint the spot where that thing had been lurking, if indeed there had been a thing to begin with. Man, can I like go to that shed and grab a shovel? I need some protection. The garden is peaceful, but undeniably eerie. Here, more than anywhere else, you're surrounded by the ghost of what this place used to be. A greenhouse sits in the midst of the overwhelming greenery, unreachable from years of neglect, its glass clouded and cracked. Statues reach out from within. Let's try it again. Statues reach out from within seas of weeds, as if begging to be rescued. And most strikingly, behind a pair of rusted metal gates, at the very peak of the mountain sits a graveyard. You can just make out a few of the headstones, the Scarlet name carved deep and proud into their faces. You notice what a good view someone would have of your window if they stood where you're standing right now. Alright, let's check for clues. You crouch down, pushing aside the greenery to examine the soft earth. Alright, that's a footprint, a boot print, a big boot print, and what looks like some kind of viscera. Did I say that word right? Viscera. It's not viscera. Viscera? Your thoughts turn to the specter from the night before. Yeah, that guy that had blood on his shirt. I bet that was him. You snap a quick photo just in case it comes in handy later. Ooh, good, I'm back inside. With that, you head back inside. Time to figure out what to do with the rest of your day. Alright, let's do a jelly sandwich. You quickly scrape together the ingredients and gobble up a delicious breakfast. And that's that. Ew, clean that nasty bathroom. Okay, let's see what else. Tabitha is right after last night. The last thing used to be sexual work. I guess I could clean it. That way when I'm bad later and break the rule of staying out past sunset, maybe. Nah, she'll be mad at me no matter what. Alright, let's clean that nasty bathroom. If you're gonna have to keep using that ungodly bathroom, you're gonna at least make sure the surfaces have been bleached. You scrounge for cleaning supplies, finding a few dusty containers and spray bottles, none of which you recognize. They all feel like antiques, but they're the best you have. Armed with a rag and a trash bag, you set to work. It is a monumental task, and it nauseates you to think about just how many years of caked up dirt, grunge, and former fluids you have to scrub away to return some semblance of normalcy to the bathroom. Oh, that's way better. That might be as much as you can do without a pressure washer and renovations. But at least taking showers here won't make you feel dirtier than when you started. Uh-oh. But your admiration of a job adequately done is interrupted by the sudden, heavy thunk-thunk-thunk of a metal door knocker, the sound seeming to reverberate its way down your spine. Someone is at the front door. Oh, shit. A fucking home intruder? Before you get the chance to decide whether or not to answer, it opens. Oh, Sybil, you can't... Okay, just letting yourself in. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't scare you. I've been up thinking about what you went through all night. I brought some fresh tea. Let's settle in somewhere and talk. She's like really pushy about her tea. I don't know, some about that is a little sus to me. I don't fully trust you, Sybil. I think there's like some shit going on. You and the old hippie make your way back to the kitchen. She gives one of Tabitha's few mugs a thorough rinse before pouring you steaming tea from her thermos. The smell is amazing, a nostalgic, earthy odor reminiscent of fall, as if it was brewed with autumn leaves. I'm not drinking the tea. I don't know, I'm a little suspicious for some reason. Okay, any news about Duke? What do you want to talk about? Out with it, lady. I don't have all day. Let's ask about Duke. Is there any news about Duke? His family has been notified. That's as much as I know. Poor Duke. He was a good man. But I fear his death is merely a sign of more tragedy to come, which, I suppose, brings us to what I came to talk to you about. You went through quite the ordeal last night and are holed up alone in, well, bless her heart, but Tabitha hasn't exactly reclaimed this place since Pearl Ann passed. I feel like I'm inhaling cobwebs. I wanted to check in on you. How are you holding up, dear? Really? Yeah, how did you know? How'd you know I was up here? Were you just waiting around in town until I showed up? You're making me out to sound ominous, V. I figured I would see you in town this morning, and when I didn't, well, it's not like there are many other places you could have been. Oh, shit. There is a sound somewhere above you, a creaking floorboard betraying a shifting presence. There is something in the room above you. Well, maybe it's the possum. He ate all his drawer bread and is walking around. You heard that too, didn't you? You know, dear, I was planning to stop by the mines for a quick chat with your cousin. Maybe it would be a good idea if you came along. I don't like the thought of you being alone in this big house. Yes, I would love to visit my cousin at the mines. Not with the town the way it is right now. Do you think this place is haunted? If it is haunted, I wouldn't doubt that you'd find out as soon as you were alone here for too long. It sounds to me like whatever might be here is already restless to have you to itself. Yes, take me to my cousin. Wait, I can just do that? I can just go and visit my cousins at the mine? Heck yeah, let's go. Wonderful. Neither of you waits around to see if the sounds will continue. You quickly make your way back to the door and out into the inviting autumn air. You're once again surprised by the freshness of the mountain breeze, your lungs having grown accustomed to the stale, dusty air of the estate, not realizing how much they were being suffocated. At least it's a pleasant day for a walk. There really is nothing like the mountains in autumn. What do you think? What do you think of Tabitha? She works too hard, but I suppose that's the burden she carries with your family's mind to run. Can't be doing her any good, though. I'm sure that has something to do with her disposition. Bless her heart. She's clearly got more to say. She's just being polite. You can tell me how you really feel. Oh, okay. I already have, dear. Sybil is a worthy foe on the battlefield of social niceties. Do you know much about my family? Any history I should know about? Oh, I didn't mean to bring that up. Oh yes, everyone around here knows quite a bit about your family. You founded the town, after all. Your family and the history of this town are completely intertwined. Your well, I'm not exactly sure how many greats that would be. Some distant grandfather of yours started the mine, which started the town. The town nearly collapsed into ruin after the collapse of 1918, and once again, your family pulled it back up. Now here we are. I'm not sure what else there is to say. What do you want to know? Is it really just me and Tabitha? Why are there so few of us left? I suppose fate is crueler to some than to others. In a lot of ways, your family has been very fortunate. But the Scarlets have seen their fair share of death as well. Maybe more than their fair share. So our mine is the whole reason this town exists? I'd say so. If it fails, I'm not sure anybody would be able to stick around for long. That being said, I suppose everything has to end eventually. One shouldn't plan on things to continue on exactly the same forever. That big house, we must have been loaded. Do you think we're still loaded? It's really not my place to speculate about people's finances. But you've seen the state of the place. I think that speaks for itself. The collapse, like an economic collapse, or... We've certainly had our fair share of those, but no. A literal mine collapse. There was a mine collapse in 1918. The town lost so many souls that day. Men and boys. This was before child labor laws came into effect in these parts. As if the collapse wouldn't have been bad enough tragedy on its own, there had to be children involved. It seems your family avoided most of the blame, especially since they managed to pull the town back together afterwards. Hard to remember to be angry at someone when they're the reason you have food on your table. Alright. I don't really care if you were born here. Alright, what do you think of Stella? Such a ray of sunshine. Even with everything that's happened to her, she tries to smile through it all. An admirable young woman, if you ask me. So, was there a Mr. Sybil? There was, but unfortunately he passed about 1.5 years ago, give or take. Life up in the hills can be hard on people for all kinds of reasons, even if you never step foot in the mines. Alright, I'll just ask if you were born here. Were you born here? How did you wind up in this town? My family has been in these hills for generations, possibly even longer than yours. I married into the general store, though. Before that, we were just your standard hill folk, kept to ourselves, fended for ourselves. That's why I know so much about the local flora. That kind of knowledge was vital for all the generations that came before me to survive out here. Oh. The two of you are interrupted by a woman jogging towards you. Hello? Joan? Joan, wonderful to see you as always. Have you met V? Sybil. And no, we haven't met. Joan here is our resident doctor, and V is Vivian's kid, of course, in town for the funeral. Now I put that together. Can I romance Joan? Hot, older MILF? Yes! Yes! I can flirt! I can flirt with her. Okay, there's 2 flirt options. You're pretty. She looks like... I don't know, I'm getting like a kind of hard to please vibe. Joan, I would love to disappoint you in bed. Lovely to meet you, Joan. I hope we make a habit of running into each other. Running? Are you trying to be cute? And let's hope not. People usually only come to me when they need medical assistance. I'd suggest you try to make sure we don't run into each other. You're quite the little flirt, aren't you? Oh my god, Joan. I want to suck on her fucking titties! What, Sybil too? Do you make a habit of hitting on every older woman you meet? No, I did not hit on Sybil. Sorry, Sybil. You don't do it for me. I want Joan. Oh, I think it's cute. Yeah, like when your kid's friend gives you a Valentine. By the way, it's Dr. Kelly to you. People my son's age don't get first name privileges. Okay, Dr. Kelly. How's Reese doing? Any better these days? Dr. Kelly lets out a small, frustrated sigh. He's surviving, same as usual. You know that. Her son has a rare condition. Do you make a habit of sharing that kind of private information with anyone who wanders into town? Tell him Kanika says hello. I get the feeling she and Stella miss seeing him. Oh, you know, since you're here, maybe we should set them up for a visit this week. Doesn't that sound nice? V could come too. Alright, Sybil, you being a little being my wing woman right now? Sybil, they're adults. We don't need to set them up on play dates. And you know how easy it is for him to tire himself out. It's not worth it. I need to get home and get him his meds. I can't stand around talking all day. The woman starts her jog again, her pace faster than before, almost as if she's running away from the awkward interaction. She's a bit of a brusque woman. Brusque? I don't ever really say this word out loud, so I'm sorry I might be mispronouncing it. She's a bit of a brusque woman, isn't she? But her heart is in the right place. Anyway, we should be on our way too. It's not much farther now. My Pookie! She was right. It takes very little time to reach the Scarlet Hollow Mines. A humble exterior greets you at the place that made your family its fortune. Hey, that dude next to her looks like that one guy. I forgot his name. But we saw him outside of Sybil's place. And he spoke in like a creepy voice, and he had blood on his shirt. But his jacket looks like the same. Your cousin just so happens to be at the gates, but it seems you aren't the only visitors she's dealing with at the moment. This is ridiculous. You can't fire me for having a damn cold. This has got to be some kind of, I don't know, rights violation. You need to unionize if you're not already in a union. You aren't fired, Terrence. You're laid off. Cutbacks had to be made, and obviously I am going to prioritize those cutbacks on workers who have a habit of missing shifts. I had mono. I was puking my guts out. I couldn't crawl my sorry ass into the pit. You wouldn't have wanted me there anyway. And you only give us 3 days a year to get sick. It's a shit system. Fuck, only 3 days? Oh, Tabitha. Baby, you can't be doing that. Oh, these miners need to unionize. You don't have a note from a doctor. I can't just take you at your word. If you wanted extra sick days, you could have had them with the proper paperwork. Don't forget, by not showing up, you put extra pressure on your coworkers to pick up your slack. And that's not fair to them. And if you have a tendency to get sick like that, maybe you shouldn't be working in a place like this to begin with. As for your lodgings, I'll give you 2 weeks to move out. To hell with you and your damn mind and the shit house you've had me living in. It'd all be better off a heap of rubble. Oh, was he living in the house with us too? That would explain the boot print and why I was hearing other sounds. The miner kicks the dirt in a final act of frustration, but wanders off, leaving Tabitha standing steadfast at the gates. Sybil? V? What are you doing here? I wanted to have a word with your cousin here, and I had some business with you as well. Though it looks to me like you're busy, I wouldn't want to impose. Why don't you drop by the tea room sometime this week, Tabitha? Yeah, sure. I'll swing by tomorrow. Wonderful. I'll be on my way. But it was lovely catching up, V. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other around town. The woman finally leaves, and you're alone with your cousin once again. Well, so much for you not intruding on my work. Come on, I guess. I'll babysit you in my office. Yay! Just don't make yourself a burden, all right? I have a lot to do today. Just keep working, baby girl. I see a gap under your desk. I could just get right under there. You know, get to work while you continue to work. What was that last? I cleaned the bathroom. If I say that, she's probably gonna be like, oh, that's just a bunch of nonsense. Alright, let's try this one. There were all these weird noises that started when Sybil showed up. Heh. Guess the house doesn't like Sybil, huh? I just noticed her coffee cup says, I'm the boss. The poster of Stella and Gretchen. If you see this girl, tell her to leave. And her little dog too. Banned. Tabitha, you have 4 pictures up of Stella. Oh, they 100% have one of those intense high school friendships with unresolved feelings. Don't joke, I mean it. It's like there was something in there with us. Even if you did hear something, I would put money on that something being a raccoon or a possum or, I don't know, a bird. You're making it sound like there was some supernatural entity wandering the halls. You'd better not go around telling other people you think there's some weird paranormal thing in the estate. I don't need people snooping around on my property. Alright, let me bring up the things. Tabitha, this is urgent. Sybil said the things I saw last night are an omen of impending doom. Something very bad is going to happen in this town. Sybil says a lot of things. She's one of those tea leaf reading fortune teller types. I really wouldn't take her vague warnings seriously. Don't get yourself all worked up over what some old lady told you about the end of times or whatever she was going on about. Can I bring up that I saw a guy die again and I saw little monsters? What was all that layoff stuff about? That's nothing you have to worry about. Running a business isn't all sunshine and roses. She is such a messy bitch. Even her office is dirty. In fact, it's almost never sunshine and roses. Well, it could be sunshine and roses right now if you let me get under that desk and suck you off. I cleaned the guest bathroom. You what? Oh. She's a fucking hoarder. Oh, that's why. Oh. But there could have been important stuff in there. Sure, it was messy, but it's not like it was unsanitary or anything. Bitch, there were fucking cockroaches when I lifted up the toilet lid. It was absolutely unsanitary. What gave you the right to throw things away just because they looked like trash to you? I don't appreciate people coming in my space and moving things around. Don't try to be helpful again. Got it? Oh, sorry. Shit. Do you want me to put all the garbage back? Do you want me to put all the garbage back? Oh my god. Honestly, yes. That would be preferable to not knowing whether you threw out any precious family heirlooms thinking they were garbage. But what's done is done. You probably mixed it all together and whatever might have been salvageable is ruined. Tabitha clears her throat, clearly still seething, but trying to cover it back up. I have to get back to work. Try not to bother me. I need to concentrate. She returns to her place behind the desk and proceeds to ignore you. Oh, she's so grumpy and cute. I'm sorry, baby girl. I didn't know. As you settle in, you take in the details of her office. You're surprised to see a poster of what looks like Stella. She has, apparently, been banned from the mines. Stella isn't the only likeness captured on the walls of your cousin's trailer. On either side of Tabitha's desks are portraits of older people, a woman and an old-timey man. A shotgun hangs menacingly over the desk. Besides that, there isn't much else to see. Do your workers only get 3 days off? Do they also get vacations, or... I don't need to discuss the intricacies of how I run my business with you. I'm the one making decisions because I'm the one who knows what needs to be done for this place to stay running. And I don't need someone who's never run so much as a startup to try and tell me how I should be operating. It's not like I can take any time off either. I'd kill for 3 days. Why is there a poster of Stella saying she's banned from your property? Stella likes to poke around in places she shouldn't. She kept sneaking up here to film videos or whatever her excuse was. As if that's not a lawsuit waiting to happen. So, she's banned. What's with the gun? It's Pearl Ann's. She put it there to intimidate people. Always thought it was a little old-fashioned, but if it works, it works. You wouldn't have asked about it if it didn't leave an impression on you. Her smile! Oh my god. Alright, get back to work. Put that away. You never call Pearlan Mom. I'm an adult. I don't cling to the dynamics of childhood. God, you really talk a lot, don't you? Hey, if you want to shut me up, I can think of one way you could shut me up. I learned there was a big mine collapse up here once. Do you think something like that could ever happen again? Of course not. That only happened because of someone else's negligence. We don't make those kind of mistakes, especially not with current mining technology. Our family trusted a man who we shouldn't have trusted, Charles Shaw. He cut corners, used cheap and damaged materials. People died because of him. So we never hired someone else from outside the family to help run this place ever again. And what do you know, we've never come close to having another collapse. I might be what people consider a tough boss, but I run a tight ship, and that's how you avoid accidents. Who are those people on the wall? I'm sure you recognize Pearlan at this point. And the other one is Enoch, our great-great-grandfather who saved the mine from ruin after the collapse. The idea was to have all the family members who own the mines up on this wall, but I don't think Pearlan was too excited to have great-grandma Edie staring down at her all day, so we're missing one. Can't blame her. I remember that woman well enough to know why she wouldn't want the reminder. I'll keep my mouth shut about how she treated that dude. Still trying to get on her good side. This portent of doom stuff has me worried. How can you keep focusing on work when there might be some catastrophe waiting around the corner? I don't know anything about monsters in the woods, but if there's some kind of doom coming for this town, it'll be because I'm not able to do my job. Okay, I'll be good and sit quietly. You sit for a few long minutes. Tabitha taps away at her keyboard. The pleasant birdsong you're used to hearing as the constant backdrop of Scarlet Hollow has been replaced with the distant sounds of machinery, muffled as it is by Tabitha's thin office walls. Oh, and then the sounds of machinery are joined by another sound, the angry rumbling of your stomach. The jelly sandwich was not enough to sustain you this long. You require more substantial sustenance. Let me offer to pick us up something. Hey, are you hungry? I could pick us up something if there's a place to get food. Oh, I guess now that you mention it, yeah. The cafeteria has a mac and cheese I don't hate. It's the building with a big cafeteria sign on it. Try not to get lost. I don't need you falling down any mine shafts. You get up, leaving Tabitha's office and once again stepping out into the fresh air. This cafeteria sign is not as obvious as Tabitha made it out to be. All the gray, corrugated buildings look vaguely the same. You aren't quite sure what direction you should start heading in. Alright, let's get directions. You approach the nearest group of miners. You could cut to the chase and ask where the cafeteria is, but you are here among the workers, unsupervised. What's the harm in asking if any of them have seen anything unusual? Okay, all the jackets look like that. And that creepy dude we saw last night, I'm pretty sure he had a miner jacket on. You got a reason to be bothering us? Alright, I'll just say I'm Tabitha's cousin. Hey there, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Yeah, we know. Me and Davis were in the diner yesterday when you popped in. How can we help? Gotta use the street smart. Y'all can chill out. Just because I'm Tabitha's cousin doesn't mean I'm a snitch. Yeah, alright. Oh, Wayne. That was the guy I saw. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut up. Missed that dude. He accosted me last night. Wait, what? No way. Isn't that the guy y'all said was, well, I guess he's still around. But accosting people at night? That doesn't sound like him at all. Press them. What do you think happened to him? Silence. Ain't our place to talk about it. Least of all, not with the boss's cousin. Seen anything weird lately? The miners look you up and down. Weird how? Like, weird animal sightings. Nope. You been talking to that townie? The one the boss gave a lifetime ban to? Yeah, she's like a Bigfoot YouTuber or something. Her videos are actually pretty good. But, you know, now that I think about it, it's pretty weird. I haven't been seeing many animals at all lately. Used to be I'd see all sorts of critters. Now it's mostly birds. This is your first year up here, ain't it? Just not used to the seasons changing. All the animals are hibernating, that's all. I don't know. She's got a point. I've been up here 5 years now, and it's never been like this before. Huh. Maybe it's that global warming then. I think they're calling it climate change now. Have you heard any weird noises coming from the woods? Not a peep. We're underground most of the day, though. You know, I heard something unusual the other night. Thought it might have been an owl or something, but it didn't sound right. It was an owl. You're just not used to the local wildlife yet. Got a couple other questions. The guy on the bus? Oh, 'cause he said some of his friends were minors. Okay. So, I met this guy on the bus, wore a beanie and a shirt that said, I want to, yeah. He said he had some friends working the mines up here. A lot of people wear beanies. He also talked about how he used to push joggers into the Baltimore harbor. Does that ring any bells? None. Not a clue. Yeah, I think I'd remember someone like that. So, what do you think of Tabitha? You think I got a shot? The miners stare at you, distrust in their eyes. Harrison chews her sandwich slowly. She works hard. She's a good enough boss. End of story. Street smart. The miners know who you are. You probably won't be able to get anything out of them. Y'all should get out of town. There's some seriously messed up stuff going on here. This is the best pay I've ever had. I'm not going anywhere. Your cousin put you up to this shit. I ain't about to throw away my retirement. I just started last year. If I just up and left, I don't think anyone else would hire me. I'm looking for the cafeteria. I'm gonna do you a favor and not tell you where it is. Oh, come on, Zax. Go easy on her. I am going easy on her. The calf is slop. You're better off grabbing a bite at the diner. Only good establishment in town. I don't know. The mac and cheese is pretty decent. The mac and cheese is the only thing that's decent. And we all know why that is. Because that's Tabitha's favorite food. So she made sure that shit was good. Come on, let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyways. So much for getting a straight answer. The cafeteria remains a hidden treasure and you remain without a map. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin, can we help you with something? How do you know I'm Tabitha's cousin? You introduced yourself to the whole town yesterday? Oh, when I went in the diner. Do any of you know a man named Wayne? Wayne? You mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? I saw him last night. Really creepy encounter, man. Oh, thank God. Everyone thought he was dead. Now hold on. Creepy doesn't exactly sound like Wayne, does it? How do you know it was him? That's what Sybil has been calling him. Good woman. But I don't expect she'd know every mining fella in town by sight, if you catch my drift. Smith, you're losing me. I'm just saying. It'd be awfully strange for Wayne to still be in town, wandering around, following some stranger and not checking in with any of his buddies. Sounds to me like somebody who got sick of work and is having a little fun playing hooky. Following, though, okay, yeah, that does sound a little unlike him. I thought his lady friend had him under lock and key. Just smells fishy to me. Until I see him face to face, I'm not convinced whoever is calling himself Sam Wayne ain't the very reason we haven't seen hide nor hair of the man. No, there's no way. He's not. He can't be. I'm not ruling it out. If you want my theory, that girlfriend of his, he wasn't the first to catch her eye. Any one of her jilted ex-lovers could have seen them sneaking around and gotten a little hot under the collar, if you catch my meaning. The miners are silent for a moment, glancing between each other nervously as they imagine the possibility. I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Who was Wayne seeing? Whoa, now. If you don't know, there's no way I'm poking that wasp's nest. Forget we said anything. Yeah, I don't want to be next on the chopping block. Alright, I'll leave it. I won't press you on it. Good. Have you fellas seen anything out of the ordinary lately? Weird how? Have you seen any weird animals? Strange question. We don't exactly get out much. What does this have to do with Wayne? Any odd noises in the woods? Nothing but screech owls. That's all on that front, thanks. Anything else? Let's just get to the cafeteria. Wait, no, let me ask about this guy. Do y'all know this guy I met on the bus? He said he had some friends up here? Maybe. What's he like? You tell the group of miners about your encounter on the bus yesterday. I think I'd probably remember someone like that. Yeah, he's no friend of mine, that's for sure. Never met him. Don't know him. Okay. I'm trying to find the cafeteria. Oh, sure, it's right over by... It's hard to find. I'll take you. Sure, get your brownie points. Later, man. Come on, let's walk. The hard-faced young man starts walking along with you, an anxious energy in his step, and he escorts you to a building whose cafeteria sign was definitely much smaller than Tabitha made it out to be. You line up at the steaming piles of subpar food, undoubtedly made as cheaply as possible, judging by your cousin's business practices. Still, it smells good enough, and you find your mouth watering in anticipation of the bland offerings. I just noticed on the bulletin board in the background there's another band photo of Stella and Gretchen. You said something earlier about seeing Wayne. The man's voice is quiet and nervous. Did Tabitha see him? Did she say anything to you about him? I told you everything I know. Shit, look. Sam Wayne is a friend of mine, and he's been missing for over a week now. And I seem to be the only person around here who gives a rat's ass about it. And I'd be willing to bet the last person who saw him was... Oh, are we talking about a certain young man who may or may not have caught the boss's eye? That Sam Wayne fella, wasn't it? Whatever. If anyone asks, we never talked. Got it? I don't want to disappear, too. Isaacs obviously has more to say, but this isn't the time and place to coax more information out of him. Ooh. As he turns to leave, you scribble your phone number onto a scrap of paper. Hey, thanks for the help. You reach towards Isaacs and shake his hand, passing your note to his palm. Don't mention it. And then he's gone. What's got that kid so jumpy? It's like you never heard of a guy running off because he got broke up with before. Yep, I've skipped town over less. Oh, it's my lucky day. They got chicken and dumplings. What do you guys know about this Wayne fellow? All I know is that a certain someone got involved with somebody he shouldn't have, and nobody in camp's seen him since. I figured he'd just run off to live in that big mansion with his Belle. What the hell? So my cousin was fucking around with this Wayne guy? The thought of a strapping young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. As if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of means showed the slight bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. Fair enough. Oh, or Pearlan. Okay, let's see if it's Tabitha. Wait, are you talking about Tabitha? Yep. You'd best get going. Wouldn't want that hot meal to go cold. No reason to stay here any longer. You step back out into the weak sunlight, clutching the containers of various beige slops, and start making your way back towards her trailer. But you don't make it far. Something stops you. A strange uneasiness, a feeling of being watched. The smell of sick flesh. Uh-oh. V, I wish you could have stayed at the estate. It's dangerous here. Attack him. Alright, let's... Okay, hold on. Actually, we're gonna save. And I want to explore. Oh, hey. Some buddy of yours was looking for you. The figure, Wayne, doesn't respond to this. What the fuck, man? Are you gonna keep doing this? Do not fear me, V. I don't know, man. You look scary. Why you got your head covered up like that? I'm the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. Staring quiet terror. Yeah? Where were you while I was in the woods? Watching. I would have stepped in if you were ever truly in danger. Okay. Though you're now alone, you still find yourself running as if pursued, holding on to the cafeteria food for dear life, your heart beating fast and desperate. Tabitha meets you at the door. Took you long enough. What? Was there a long line? I'm gonna be like, Wayne keeps following me. Tabitha, this Wayne guy keeps following me. Tabitha sighs. I don't know who you think has been following you, but it's not him. If you're going around asking questions about Sam Wayne, you're probably going to hear some rumors. Sam was friendly with me. He even came around to the estate a few times, and a lot of the workers here just can't seem to get over it. He disappeared, and despite what a lot of people seem to be insinuating, I don't know what happened to him. I don't even know if he's alive. Whatever, it's fine. I know it's easy to blame the mean boss for that sort of thing. But I digress. If someone's following you, you should just stay at the estate. Where it's... Oh. Your cousin's attention is suddenly drawn elsewhere. She stares past you, focusing on something in the distance. Is that Stella? How many times do I have to tell her she's banned before she understands what that means? Tabitha shuts the door, and you both march your way down the hill. As you and Tabitha approach, Stella, the two old-timers... Okay, let's do that over. As you and Tabitha approach Stella, the two old-timers take notice and wander off. Tabby, V, hey, I was just trespassing? Well, yeah, but I have a good reason this time. Shit. I knew we needed to look out. Oh. Is there someone talking to you through an earpiece? Kanika, is that you on the other end? Stella hastily removes her earbud, muffling the other voice. Sorry, Tabby. It's just that Oscar's kid, Rosalina, has been missing since yesterday, so we decided to ask around if anybody had seen her. And while we were at it, we were also seeing if anybody had encountered these things we saw in the woods last night. Ditchlings that Sybil said are like little mothmen foretelling doom. Stella. And also, there's this guy called Wayne who used to work here and who Kanika says is super creepy and sick and... Stella! Yeah? Just stop. Stop. Stop talking. It's not like I was filming or anything. I'm barely here, I promise. You are standing right in front of me. Extremely here. Why didn't you check the usual teen haunts for that kid? The Maxwell place, or the gas station, or whatever. Anywhere but here, where you are explicitly not allowed to be. I mean, it's the site of one of the worst catastrophes that ever befell the town. If there's another one coming, it makes sense, doesn't it? That's what our research pointed us towards, at least. Our research? Who's we? You and Kanika? Yeah. She would think something awful was going to happen up here. She hates me and everything I stand for and thinks the town would be some bustling utopia if I wasn't around to ruin it. When in reality, we both know it wouldn't exist without me. Whatever you're looking for, you're barking up the wrong tree, so just go someplace else. Go someplace else before... Tabitha once again trails off. Both she and Stella have noticed the girl with the dark braid and glasses sneaking along the ridge. It's Rosalina. Kanika, we found her. She's headed up the hill. Up the hill? She's not headed for the old mine, is she? The one that collapsed? We'd better go after her before somebody gets killed up there. You've got to be kidding me. No, this is great. I'll just go let her know Oscar is looking for her. Then we can get out of your hair. Bye, Tabby. See you around. Stella hurries after the girl, disappearing over the hill. Damn it. I'm never going to finish my spreadsheets. Nobody needs to be playing around in those mines. We'd better go break this up. You can vaguely hear voices emanating from the boarded up entrance to the old mine. They went in? Does Stella have no sense of self-preservation? Cousin bonding time. Ah, yeah. It's cousin bonding time. Tabitha sighs. Sure, okay. You've worn me down. I don't like the thought of you walking around an abandoned coal mine, but I'd rather not leave you out here unattended while it gets dark. You should be safe enough with me there to guide the way. We should hold hands, though, just to be safe. Tabitha huffs her way up to the mine entrance and disappears into the darkness. Follow her. You follow her and enter the mine. We're about to probably see some fucked up shit in here. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and Tabitha to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Do you know why the entrance to this place was boarded up? Because deep down you like being a curmudgeon. Because there was a collapse 100 years ago that killed a bunch of people? 168 people. A man named Charles Shaw decided it was okay to use faulty wood for support struts, and the entire mine came down. It almost ruined our family. A lucky few died instantaneously, but for most of the souls who perished here, it was slow and agonizing. Trapped under rubble and left to slowly succumb to crush injuries or burns, or dehydration. It took a week to clear out most of the rubble and recover the bodies. The few survivors who were dragged out were never the same. I can't say I blame them. What makes you so sure it was Charles Shaw's fault? It doesn't really matter whose fault it is. That's ancient history at this point. 100 years on, who cares about pointing fingers and passing the blame? Everyone involved is long dead. What I care about are the 168 people who climbed down to their deaths that day, unaware of the hand they'd been dealt until they were literally buried by it. None of us know the price we have to pay until our debt is due. Tabitha's ruminations are interrupted by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. What the hell was that? Probably another delinquent looking for a lifetime ban for my property. Come on, it came from this way. Tabitha hastens her pace and quickly disappears deeper into the mine. You take a deep breath and follow suit. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Echoing through the tight corridors, you and Tabitha can pick up snippets of a tense argument. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's not really asking for much. Come on, kiddos. There's some real spooky stuff going on in town right now. You shouldn't be hanging out down here. We're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Well, you look like a bunch of kids to me. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where did you even get those? Oh no. I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever. It's me. What are you even doing here? Looks like we've found our trespassers. I still can't believe that Stella managed to drag Kanika out here. She avoids me like the plague. What's the deal with you and Kanika? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't hold anything against her, aside from the fact that she's always hated me. She probably just got jealous that Stella and I started spending time together. But that was years ago, so who knows? What do you think of Kanika? I think the two of us are more alike than she'd ever care to admit. I respect her, but don't tell her I said that. I don't want to appear weak. No offense, but you are a little rough around the edges. That doesn't mean she has to give me a hard time. You're right, she doesn't. You're right, she doesn't. Thanks. I've all but given up on other people understanding me anyways. It doesn't matter. Let's move on. They're close. Damn, there's hella people down here. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. Within, a group of teens engages Stella and Kanika in a heated argument. All of them are too caught up in the moment to notice you or Tabitha approach. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left, so it's actually really safe and we can hang out here whenever we want. Wait, Becca? I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis. He got promoted last month. Oh, the smile. Oh, it's back. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job in the morning. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tabby and V. I guess you two caught up to us. Oh, she's still smiling. Girl, put that away. Hanging around with Tabitha today, I guess? Ugh. Well, at least maybe you two can talk some sense into these kids. They clearly don't respect my authority. Hey, don't talk about us like we aren't here. Yeah, we can hear you. Alexis, don't butt in. I'm trying to make a point. Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Oh, come on. This place is way sturdy. Check it out. Oh my god. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill. And smart, too. Enough. The damage is already done. Now leave. I am putting my mother in the ground this week. I do not have the patience to deal with children. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life. And I would like to see the sun again before I die. Aw, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous things all the time. And I still do dangerous things now. Who are we to tell them where they can hang out? I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave. Much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mines not a clear enough message for you? Hell yeah, Tabitha. Tear the sad 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. So she's sad. So what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable. Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell him about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. Oh, shit. We've been living in the library for the past couple weeks. Dad says we can't stay at her house. They've got a hot plate and a couple cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're gonna do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha. Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all that. He's a good guy, and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? And I should care because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, say that about other people's families. Isn't that, bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Back up. He says it's haunted? I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. Like I'm still a little kid. Ugh, you're all children, and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyways. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? What do I say? Whew, I'm getting sleepy. Yeah, just fucking talk it out. Can we get out of the mine? I'm not gonna weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad. And the two of you should talk about it anywhere that isn't here. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, if Rosalina's house is haunted, we should break in and ghost bust it or something. Sounds pretty rad to me. Whatever gets you delinquents out of my mind. Oh my god, Zane. You can't ghost bust if there is no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. I don't care, and I can't believe I've wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any one of the many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Uh-oh. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella. Didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommy knockers, for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've gotta check it out. They're an old Cornish myth, named for the knocking sound you can sometimes hear in mines right before a collapse. Some say the knocking's a warning, while others say it's the spirits themselves bringing down the mines. Stella. I mean, that's not all they do. They're also sometimes just mischievous. Stella. I know. But weird stuff's been happening around here the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? I want you out of here, Stella. Come on, Tabby. You can come along too. If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody is going deeper into the mine. Nobody is staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. I don't want to fucking die in this mine. Can we leave? Wait a second. Where'd 3 of you run off to? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Wow, Kanika. Maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. Ugh, they must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. Stella, stop sneaking into my mines. Please, I am literally begging you. If only all the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults, we could already be done with this little mess. But no, there just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days like a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mind. Becca's head pops out from the tunnel's entrance. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here 1,000,000 times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Whatever. Come on, you two. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. Those idiots get themselves lost and die. I am not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah, do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mine. Except for you, V. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Okay, cousin. Yeah, sure. I could never fit in that tunnel anyways. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever. I stopped to do my dailies anyway, and the service down here sucks. I just noticed his shirt. It looks like it's a stoned Bugs Bunny giving the middle finger. I will happily escort these 2 knuckleheads out. No. You are not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Aw, come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. Tabitha sighs. Ugh, there's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. We could all just leave and let the kids stay down here. What's the point of going after them? They don't want to listen to us. I don't want to be stuck in an abandoned mine playing cat and mouse all night. Look, I just want to put in my due diligence in case their parents try to sue me for their own negligence. If we catch up to them and they decide they want to continue to be a nuisance, then fine. They can rot down here for all I care. Inspiring. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Their teenage bravado will probably start to shrivel away in not too long, and we'll be there to help them safely and calmly find the nearest exit when that happens. Don't worry, it'll be fun and safe. I'm sure that's exactly what you told her last night, and we all know how that ended. Okay. I'm calling almost against my will and better judgment. I'm not gonna get in the middle of this. I am not getting in the middle of this. There's nothing to get in the middle of. It's fine. I said Stella can tag along. Alright, let's do this. Sure. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it'll be easier to cover more ground without her. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want a repeat of last night, and who knows if we'll have to do any climbing. I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon. For sure. We won't be long. Cool. Oh, that's sane. Cool. Can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Kanika, Miles, and Zane head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teens. Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. Venture deeper into the mine. Okay, I think this is a good spot to end it. Oh, my throat is starting to hurt again a little bit from all this reading. Ooh, okay. Save it.